Hello and welcome to the Mervyn Brown Suite here at the Northern Ireland Football League headquarters for the second round draw of the Betmclean Cup. I'm Michael Clark. It's great to have you along with us for this, and I will have two great guests to help me with today's draw, David Jeffrey and Paul McLean, and we'll be speaking to them shortly. 16 teams are waiting to find out who they will face, but before we do that, let's cast our minds back to earlier this year and the final between Linfield and Coleraine. So Linfield, as we know, are the holders. They will be in today's draw, as are the team they met in the final, Coleraine, now alongside me. You need no introduction, but we know how these things work. We'll give him one anyway. David Jeffrey, great to have you with us. 7 times as a manager, you've won this competition. I know you've also been successful as a player too. How special is the Betmclean Cup?
That's extremely special, Michael. You know, after the Irish League and the Irish Cup, it is the third major trophy. I remember with great fondness the League Cup being reintroduced way back in 1986-87. And I was part of the Linfield team that played against Newry. And I think we won at the Oval that day. So right from then until I went into management, it was a very special competition. Was fortunate enough to win it with Linfield 6 times, and they were great occasions. And I've got to say, a phenomenal occasion when we won it with Ballymena. What a day! I'll never forget. You know, the final against Carrick Rangers down at Seaview, and you know, Conor McCluskey's goal, Alan Jenkins with the opener. Phenomenal, fantastic memories. So it is a very, very special competition, and it's increasing in popularity, and it's increasing in status as well. So fantastic competition, as I say, for me, both as a player and as a manager.
Well, David, thank you. If I could just bring Paul McLean in now, the managing director of Betmclean. And Paul, if I could just position you here. Great to have you along with us. And David's talking about the growing popularity. I would suggest it's not possible without the strong support that you offer. How pleased are you with how it continues to grow, this competition?
Oh, very happy, and very happy to be associated with the competition. The changes that Niffle have made, the moving it to the Sunday, and just having it always the final here at the National Stadium have made a big difference to the competition. I think it has grown in stature, as David has said, and the teams who maybe years ago weren't that concerned about it are now taking the competition very seriously, and that's great. It's great for us as sponsors, it's great for Niffle as the league, and it's great for the winners of the competition.
And I'm sure you'll be as excited as anyone to find out the names coming out. You're now used to the responsibility as well that comes with drawing those names out.
Yes, I am indeed. Thankfully, in the past, we've had some great games. Hoping to get some more great games today. I do take a bit of stick from some of the clubs I'm associated with about giving them hard draws, but that's all just in the way it goes.
Well, as we know, certainly, David, if you're only getting a wee bit of stick, Paul, you're doing fantastically well. So you're going to be drawing out the home teams in this draw. So if I could just position you here, David, if I could ask you to move down ever so slightly, David is going to be doing the away teams. And just in terms of the format of the competition, round 2 consists of 16 clubs in total. They, of course, are the sides that won their first round ties. All clubs are going into the one pot in the centre here. There is no seeding. The first team drawn out will be the home team, the second team, the away team. So it's all very easy to follow. The fixtures will be scheduled on the Tuesday, the 7th of November. That is the date we're going for. And the round after this is the quarterfinals. So this is the last 16 of the competition. So here to help us out for full transparency at the end, I should also introduce you to Sophie Glendinning. She is Niffle's Operations and Competitions Lead, and she is going to adjudicate the draw, which is a polite way of saying make sure I don't make any mistakes. So Sophie is now placing all the teams into the centre, and then we will be able to get underway. So just once more for clarity, Paul McLean is going to be doing the home teams, David Jeffrey the away sides. Let the fun commence. And whilst we're just putting all the final balls in, we've done that. Thank you so much, Sophie. Let me tell you who those 16 teams are and the corresponding numbers. So number 1 is Anna United. Number 2 is Ards. Number 3 is Ballymena United. Number 4 is Carrick Rangers. Cliftonville are number 5. Coleraine are number 6. 7 is Crusaders. 8 Dungannon Swifts. 9 is Glenavon. Glentoran are number 10. Larne are 11. Limavady United are 12. Linfield, the holders, are 13. Loughgall are 14. Newry City are 15. And Portadown are 16. So overall, that means 12 teams from the Premiership, 3 teams from the Championship, and 1 from the PIL remains. So now it's over to our 2 stellar guests. If we can get the draw going, give them a good rattle around, and we'll find out who the first side out.
The first home team out are Glentoran.
So first out is Glentoran. Glentoran, who last won it in 2010 on penalties against Coleraine. Who are they going to be facing? Going to the Betmclean Oval.
And Glentoran will play Linfield.
Oh, now wouldn't you just credit that? They are meeting tomorrow in the Sports Direct Premiership. They are going to be meeting in the next round of the Betmclean Cup. Well, that is one way to get things going.
The next home team are Portadown.
So Portadown are out next. They are one of the 3 championship teams that are in this draw. Niall Curry's men are going to be at home.
And Portadown will play Crusaders.
And it is a match against Crusaders of the Premiership. Big winners in the first round against Warrenpoint Town. Last won it back in 2012, Crusaders.
The next home team are Dungannon Swifts.
So Dungannon Swifts are the next home side out in our draw. winners in the 2017-18 season under Rodney McAree, back at the club and hoping for more success in this competition.
And they will play Cliftonville.
And it is Cliftonville for them. Rich history in this competition. 6 times they have won it, most recently in 2022.
The next home team are Ballymena United.
Ballymena United out next. David Jeffrey, of course, winning this competition with them in 2017, as he mentioned, against Carrick Rangers. And he is drawing the away team.
And Ballymena United will play Coleraine.
Wow, another huge tie out of this draw. Coleraine, who have a real habit of getting to the final, are going to have to get past their better foes, Ballymena United.
Next team out are Carrick Rangers.
Carrick Rangers, Stuart King's team, have never won this competition. Could this be their year? A few big teams already out. Who will they face?
Carrick will face Newry City.
It's another Premiership side in Newry City. Twice in their history they've been to the final, yet to win it.
The next home team we have is Anna United.
Anna United are out, another one of the Championship sides. We're heading out against Port Stewart actually until they got a late equaliser. Strong finish in extra time, 4-1 ended up being the full-time score. Who will Anna United face?
And Anna United will face Loughgall.
Oh, lots of Derby memories down through the years between those sides as well. They were competing for the title, weren't they, in the last couple of seasons before Loughgall's promotion.
Next we have Limavady United.
Limavady United, who are the sole representative from the Premier Intermediate League. They got the result of the round, you could argue, beating a team in the league above them in Dundela. And Paul Owen's side get a reward in the form of a match against
Glenavon.
Glenavon. So there you go. What a match that will be too. It's a very, very good draw. I look forward to recapping this in a moment. We're nearly at the end of it.
Yes. I guess the final home side are Ards.
And Ards, they come out at home. They won 5-1 at Fernie Park to reach the second round. At home this time. And Sophie will be hoping this is the right name out.
And Ards will face Larne.
Ards face Larne, big winners in the last round as well. Of course, the champions of the Premiership. So a fantastic draw, a chance for us to recap on those fixtures for you now. Glentoran versus Linfield. Portadown against Crusaders. Dungannon Swifts play Cliftonville. Ballymena United against Coleraine. Carrick Rangers versus Newry City. Anna United against Loughgall. Limavady United face Glenavon. And Ards against Larne. And a reminder, those matches scheduled to be played on Tuesday, the 7th of November. David Jeffrey. What have you done?
The first time ever in over 40 years of involvement in the Irish League that I've ever had the privilege of being involved in a cup draw. The number of folk who said, David, give us a kind draw, give us a decent draw, give us a draw that we can win. Well, I'm going to say this, that there's some very exciting draws. Obviously, picking out Linfield for Linfield against Glentoran, and then Coleraine for Coleraine and Ballymena United. Really, really tasty. But the great thing about cup competitions is that on anybody's given day, one team can beat the other, and that's the beauty about cup competition. Cup competitions, it gives you that chance to be successful, to get a trophy, and as we say, when you think with the sponsorship that we've so kindly received from Paul and from McLean's, this competition really is moving and moving and moving up the gears. So there's some exciting games. I'm going to make sure my telephone is, or my mobile, I should say, is turned off so I don't get any abuse from anybody. But thoroughly looking forward to a most exciting set of quarter-final games.
And the bragging rights involved as well. You, of course, want the silverware at the end of it, but the fact that there's some big teams playing each other, there might be a few teams who wouldn't be tournament favourites who are now thinking, this gives us a bit more of a chance potentially if the draw had been less kind to them.
Absolutely, Michael. You know, the year that we won it with Ballymena United in 2017, no one would have ever thought that we being Ballymena would have won it, or we would have been facing Carrick Rangers in the final. You know, when I think them in Dungannon the following year when we played, and that again, you know, gave Ballymena United an opportunity, and but also Dungannon, and they came out victors on that occasion. So to me, it's an interesting draw, it's an exciting draw, it's an intriguing draw, and there's still that opportunity for those clubs who maybe others wouldn't think could win a trophy to go on and be successful.
And with Linfield and Glentoran playing in the league tomorrow, I don't imagine you're going to be able to hide, are you?
No, I have the privilege of working with BBC tomorrow evening, so I'll be pitch side and looking forward to a tremendous game of football. As I say, both clubs, you know, the history, and I enjoyed many a Big Two game as a player. I enjoyed many a Big Two game as a manager, and but tomorrow night I'll be able to go along and just enjoy a Big Two game.
Thank you very much for your company, David, and thank you to Paul as well. There's, when you look through that, so many different little stories that emerge through it, and teams that have never won this competition before, and some big teams who haven't won it in quite a while too, will be thinking, could this well be our season? And isn't that what we love about the beautiful game, although it often can be the hope that kills you, as experience has told us. But thank you so much for joining us. Of course, you can follow all the coverage and highlights that the Northern Ireland Football League provides across social media platforms, official NIFL if you want to follow on any of those, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel because there's some great content on there for you too. But from all the team in front of the camera and behind it, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.